Okay, so it's been a while since I've shown up the game, and what I wanted to focus on today was computers. As you can see, just for debugging purposes, I've just spawned these in the middle of the street. You won't find computers on the street within the game, hopefully, bugs aside. So I can go and I can interact with this ATM, and you can see a typical ATM display. I can view my balance, and I can exit out of here because I have no money. Now, each computer in the game can run the same program, but they have their own distinct memory. So any given terminal might have different and will have different files on there. So I'm going to interact with this terminal here. In here you can see it has a different look and feel, same little blinky terminal command window down here. If you're familiar with using a terminal, this has similar hotkeys, like you do tab to autocomplete. You can go up and down to page through your command history. If you're not familiar with commands, you can type in help. In case I want to do clear because I have too much stuff on my screen. Let's do list again. So here you can see we have the file names, the size and blocks that the file takes up, and if the file has been encrypted, what's the encryption level. So within your Cortex you have decryption software, and if your decryption software matches the encryption level, or the encryption level is lower than your decryption software, you can then open and read that file. Otherwise you can't. You'd have to go and do a mission and save up to improve your decryption software. So we can do things like view files. So when you view this text file, bit of a bug here, but so you can read there was something in this file. Also, as a result of reading this file, I was given a quest that you can then go and explore and complete that quest. The other thing I didn't mention previously is there's a virtual intranet within this game, and all computers in this world are linked on that network. So if I could do host for my own machine, I can see here's my IP address. I can ping that. And I get a response code. And here I see it's a core terminal. That's basically these machines are called core terminals. Not very interesting right now, right? But like I said, everything is on a network, so I can log out. That means this ATM is also on the network. However, you notice when I go in here, there's no terminal. I can only see view balance, transfer money, and exit. But what I can do is I can bring up my phone, which is right here, and there's all these different apps. But today I'll focus on scan. And what scan does is it runs a packet sniffer of computers that are in a general radius. What isn't implemented yet is that when you run the scan, if there are other data agents in the area, they'll know you've scanned and they'll know to come try to find you and attack you. So here I have these different IP addresses, and I don't remember which one was this one. So you'll see it picked up those two IP addresses. So one of these is the ATM, one of them is the terminal. I just want to do a quick check here. So .44 is my terminal, which means the one that's not is my ATM. So 152.18, 106. The other thing I want to note is that I'm definitely replacing these fonts. This is just temporary. So 152.18, 106, 101. I can then go back to my terminal. And like I said, so they're all on this network, they're all independent. I actually have the ability from one machine to essentially SSH into any other machine in the world. So in this case, I'm going to connect to this ATM. Right, so if I do host, you can see I'm now on 101. And if I do list, look at this. When I see there's this file called access text. It's 2 blocks in size. The encryption level is 4 though, so you'll note if I try to view this, it's encrypted, so I can't read it. However, I do have an encryption program, and I can show you through status. You can see your processor, your antivirus, your compression rating, your decryption rating. So here my decryption rating is 1. That might be a bug. Hopefully. Let's just take a look here. It's hard to decrypt this file, which was called access.txt. Alright, so that's just a bug. So another thing to note too is anytime you execute a command on the computer, world time advances. So you can be using this, and as you can see, you block the view. But that doesn't mean the world isn't active. So people could be coming to try to attack you while you're using this machine, and if they do, any of the data you're currently transmitting to your brain could get corrupted. So let's see. So just typing commands like this, that doesn't move time forward. It's only when you press enter or when you see some kind of action taking place. That's also what this processor refers to. It's executions per step. So for every one step of the world, one execution can take place within the game. So here it had to go through these 7. If my speed had been 2, it could have gotten through this in about 3.5 instead. So you can upgrade your processor to make actions within the game faster as well. Alright, so now that I've decrypted this, I can now view this file. And look at this. So within the file, we can see, hopefully real ATMs don't do this, but here I see last statement, I see what's an account number, and I see a balance in there. So let's just make note of that. So 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 4, and they have $584 in their account. Then I'll disconnect from this machine. I can log out. I can go back to this ATM, and now I can go to transfer money because now I have an account number. 64. Let's leave them with something. So I'll just take $100. And now if I view my balance, you'll see I have $100 in this account. So I transferred money out of their account into my own account. And that is it for computers. I think that's all I wanted to show off. Let me just take another look here. Oh, the other thing I could have done is, let's say there were multiple computers in the world, and I wasn't sure which one was the ATM or which one was a high-value target. I could put in an IP address, and when it responds, I'll see it respond to its telecom ATM system. So I know this is a high-value target. There'll be other high-value targets within the world, but that's how you can go through trial and error, figure out which machines you want to get onto, because every moment you spend on the machine opens you up to attack from enemies in the game. And that is computers and bad transactions.